Okay, we are here with head coach Dennis Hutter, Jordan Zarust, and CJ Decker, following Mayville State's victory over LSU Shreveport 86-65 in the 2024 NAIA Women's Second Round presented by Biology. Coach, first got a few questions for you. How does it feel to get a win today and be moving on to the tournament and the final site in Sioux City?
Obviously, it feels good. We talked about this yesterday, and you get to survive in advance mode. Anytime you're surviving and advancing, you're feeling pretty good about it. And, again, we talked about it in the locker room. There's only 16 teams that are going to be remaining when we get to Sioux City, and we're lucky and fortunate enough to be one of them. So it feels really good. I just think it's a testament to the kids. It's a tough turnaround. You play these two games, and you have some time off to prep, and then all of a sudden it's bam, bam, game, and not a lot of time to prep for the second one, not a lot of time to rehab and get your bodies ready to play again. I thought our kids really showed up and competed really well tonight, and obviously it feels really good that we're moving on.
Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy coming into today's game, and how do you feel your team executed that strategy?
Everybody could kind of see what the issue was going to be. LSU Shreveport's a good team, and they're a big team. And so the number one thing for us wasn't just necessarily rebounding. It was just trying to keep the ball from, we just didn't want our fives isolated one-on-one. So we were doubling the post. We were making it difficult to go in there. The phrase that we used was we were just kind of trying to muck it up, to be honest with you, and kind of really muck up the middle of the zone and have them shoot the ball from the perimeter. And then hopefully we could block out and rebound. So considering that's not the way we normally play, and we threw this game plan in starting last night and then kind of tweaked it a little bit into this morning, I thought the kids did a great job of just kind of rolling with the game plan and then just kind of adjusting as the game went on. Again, testament to the kids that played, because they were just kind of adjusting as the game went on and made enough winning plays down the stretch, especially defensively, to obviously come out on top.
And what was the turning point of today's game, or the key aspect of how your team played that led you to victory? There was a couple of times where LSU Shreveport would go on runs and make it a little bit closer, and then you guys were able to put them away. What was the kind of the key moment or key aspect of today's game?
I don't even know if there was, as much as there was one yesterday definitively, I don't know if there really was one today. We just kind of continually stretched it out in the second half. Like we always tell our kids, if you want to stretch it out, you got to get stops first. You need to come down and get defensive stops. You've got to make when there's shots, they got to be tough shots. You've got to block out, you've got to rebound, and then of course you've got to stick the ball in the basket at the other end of the floor. I do think that when Jordan got going downhill, I really think that kind of opened some things up a little bit more. They started to extend a little bit, and then you could see when their five tried to guard her, 20, 25 feet from the basket, she was able to turn a corner and get to the rim. When that started happening, you could see that they were adjusting into a point that they felt like they had to try to create some things, and I felt like then she kind of took over, and I felt like that was where we kind of really started to get after them.
Got a few questions for the players that are joining us. Again, it's Jordan Zarust, who had 24 points, 10 rebounds, gets a double-double there. And then CJ Decker, 6 points and 3 assists. For both of you, is there anything you did differently that led you to prepare for this game, or was it kind of more of what you guys have been doing all season?
This is kind of what we do all season. Like, our conference is special in the fact that we play back-to-back games, so this is what we've been doing all year. So I think we have an advantage in that aspect. So yeah, we play, and we play the next day every weekend. So it's more of a mind game the next day, mental prep. So
I would say we don't have a team like this team that we just played in our league. So adjusting to their bigs was probably one of our biggest differences from the games that we played past. But I think we did great adjusting to that, because again, mentally we had to be there, we had to know what they were doing, and we watched them yesterday and we didn't get much time to rep out like defensive wise what we were going to do. So I think being mentally there was what we've been doing the whole past.
And then how do each of you feel about your performance individually today and then performance as a team?
I'm so happy for our team. A lot of us contributed. There wasn't just one person that really contributed or led the team. We all contributed really well. Everything started opening up for all the players. We had threes from everyone. We had layups, and we got downhill, and then we knew that we could get downhill and have that advantage on them, and I'm just super proud of our team.
yeah, we had 5 players in double digits, so that's huge. And we know that, obviously we know Jay can get it going at any time, but we can also have 3 or 4 others that can get it going too. So it's really fun to play on a team that is full of scorers and full of 3-point shooters, and if they want to choose to come out and guard us, we can get to the basket too. So I'm really proud of us, and I don't know how many got on the floor, but everyone that got on the floor, I'm proud of everyone, because I feel like they all contributed in a good way.
Then this is for all 3 of you. How big of a win is this for your program? And what will you focus on moving forward in the tournament and moving on to the final site?
I'll ask these two, how big of a program, or how big of a win is this in your career?
I would say it's probably the biggest because we've never gone here personally as a team, and especially me or C, so I think it's pretty huge, and we've worked so hard to get to this spot. Like, we set goals from last year, and we work every single day to accomplish this goal, and it just proves how hard a work of we've done. Oh my gosh. So,
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, this is definitely our biggest win, I think, of both of our careers. Last year, I remember sitting in the locker room after our first win and then our loss in our second, and all of us wanted to do was just go further next year. And that was kind of the bittersweet feeling at the end of that game. So yeah, it was super good to get this win, and like Coach said, first in our program history. So it's very cool.
Yeah, from a program standpoint, a couple things. We've never won 2 games in a national tournament, so this is obviously a program first. And then they don't know this, but they won their 26th game tonight, and that's the most in the history of women's basketball at Mayville State. So the 26th win tonight. Some teams have won 25, but obviously nobody's won 26. So from a program standpoint, it's a very significant win. And the fact that it's 26 is significant. The fact that it's 2 at the national tournament, and I'm going to be honest, significant the fact that we get to keep playing and we're moving on, and that's kind of the fun part about it.
Well, thank you, all of you, for your time, and good luck moving forward in the tournament.